Warning, the following scenes show a game developer failing and breaking down.
I did something terrible. Let's go back to where it all started. This project was all about how people that have anxiety find the world tricky to navigate. And besides this being a puzzle game, let's just keep that in mind as we go through of the events that led to this all falling apart. So 3 weeks ago, everything was going well. We had the levels all kind of planned out and we had a lot of work to do, but we knew what we were doing and how we were going to get there. And that's important when you're building a game because you can't get to the end if you don't know what the end looks like. Decided that I was going to fix all the broken parts in the game, all the bits that weren't working. That may have been the start of the end of Lighthaze World. The end of Lighthaze World. I didn't do anything wrong, but what I did do was I was trying to improve the code. I wanted to make everything more fluid and I wanted to make sure there was less chance of getting bugs by having a tight mechanic of how Nim navigates the level. When I started doing this, we're using a cloud service to back up the game and we're using that to actually work between different developers building the game. I built some of this code and decided I didn't like it, so I decided to roll it back. The cloud service decided it was only going to roll back parts of the code. And then instead of having one code that I didn't like or the old code that I wanted to go back to, I had a little bit of both versions of code. This is the bit where I tell you how we ended Lighthaze World. We cancelled the project. However, we didn't. This is how we fixed it and what I learned. 2 weeks ago, I was anxious. I didn't know what to do. I turned into Nim. PAX Australia started. It's Australia's biggest gaming convention. I was attending this event, but more importantly, it put everything in perspective. Games help people. Everyone was at PAX for different reasons, but everyone felt connected. This was the moment that I realized the world needed Nim. Anxiety is a real world problem. 1 week ago, I started pulling apart the spaghetti code that I had created. I actually started a brand new project and imported all the 3D models, and then I started importing one script at a time, making sure it worked. This was a long process and I didn't speak to anyone for this week. But after that week, we actually had a better code. Everything started working and we were in front of where we were at the start of this process and we'd actually achieved what we wanted to achieve. It just was this really momentous moment. And so basically we had to strip everything apart, put it back together again, and now we're actually where we wanted to be. I learned 2 things. If you're using a cloud backup, don't rely on it as heavily as I did. That was stupid. My fault. And the second thing, if you believe in a project, don't give up on it. No matter what comes in the way, just keep going. Subscribe and I'll see you in the next video.